So did you get a chance to check out Stanionis and Dulorme like here and there?
Yeah, I was obviously focused more on the main event on Top Rank, but I was able to catch a little bit of it. I thought it was a good fight. It went pretty much exactly as everyone expected, and as the broadcast said, they're like, yeah, Dulorme starts fast. He's going to look really good early. He's going to get some rounds, and then he'll probably tail off. And that's exactly what happened. He looked good early, and then tailed off and lost by a pretty comfortable margin there. But
he did some things against. Go ahead, Shawn. Go ahead.
I thought Dulorme, though, he definitely faded in the second half compared to the first half, but that was a close fight, and I thought he fought with more reserve than he did before. He was fighting like a guy who knew his career was on the line. You know, like ain't gonna be 20.
He was
after this fight, right?
Yeah.
And he was nailing Stanionis with a lot of good punches early, and it looked like he was going to possibly get stopped just because the pressure of Stanionis, but he fought a really good fight. It's tough to get a draw or a decision against the undefeated A-side guy. You know, I just give props to Thomas. He fought a really good fight, and Stanionis he's straight up and down, but he's very sharp though. He's very sharp. He's got a good jab, but
I got a friend out in LA. He says, man, I've sparred with that Stanionis kid, man. He's strong and he's hard. Like, I've had some good days with him, but even my good days are hard days. Like, and he asked me, like, what would you do against Stanionis? And I like, you know, I said, hey, man, it's a lot to text. I can't really text all this, and I don't feel like talking to you over the phone right now. So, but I thought that what Dulorme did yesterday, I was very impressed with Dulorme. I thought the fight would go 8 rounds. I thought the fight might possibly go 10 rounds. But I thought that even if it went 12, I thought that Dulorme would get knocked out. He did not. And I'm not saying that that's a victory for him because he didn't get knocked out, but he's going to standing on his body. He's going to standing on his head. He's moving. He's doing when you fight a guy like Stanionis, keeps his hands up. He's tight. He's strong. It takes a whole lot, and it's a long work night. And it looked like Dulorme was up for the work night, you know. But the thing about him is he does start off fast, and he kind of, you know, he tapers off towards the middle to the end of the fight. And so moving on to Eimantas, he remained poised. He continued to work his strategy. He never got frustrated. I don't think I saw any frustration come from him yesterday. And I think he grew after this fight. I think when you go 12 rounds for the first time, or 10 rounds, was it 10 rounds? 12. I think, is that a 10 or 12 round fight? That was a 12 round fight, wasn't it? Yeah, when you go 12 rounds for the first time, and I don't think he's ever been past 8 prior to that, you know? So when you go 12 rounds for the first time, you're going to experience some things. And even though nobody, including the ref, doesn't see it, your corner may not even see it. You see it and you feel it for yourself. And so, if anything, I'm proud to see Stanionis do what he did through 12 rounds against a crafty veteran and remain calm and cool. We talked about Julio Diaz when we started this bad boy off. That was a 10-round draw for me, and it was a very tough night for me. It was a very tough night, very tough, controversial night for me because Julio did some things that I wasn't quite prepared for mentally yet at that point in my boxing game, you know. So I was impressed with Stanionis as well as Dulorme. Don't tell me you didn't enjoy what you saw, because I know you did. What you need to do now, hit that subscribe button, hit the like, hit that notification button. Check us out every week, every Tuesday, something new for you right here on the Porter Way Podcast.